Sports Nights with Jorge.
All right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, thank you so much for joining in. Tonight, we're going to talk about Monday Night Football as the Miami Dolphins will face the New York Jets, two teams with an 0-3 record. Both teams looking for their first win of the year. So, tight? Yes, because if you look at comparison, I'm going to say something. They basically look the same. So, but let me give you some stats for both teams. Who are the leaders in their team, and or take it from there. Dolphins schedule the next 4 or 5 games. If they win this one, I think they have a good chance of winning the next couple of games. But we'll get to that in a few minutes. Team matchup. We'll look at the matchup, and if you look at team matchup here, guys. Basically, both teams are almost dead to last in almost all category. And if you look, the Jets are better. Points per game, we are 18.7. The Jets are 23 per game. That's 16 ranked. We're ranked 25th. Points allowed. The Jets allowed 31. Miami has allowed 32. We're dead last at 32, and the Jets are 28th. Plays per game, 57.3. That's 24 rank. We have 52.3. That's 30. Opponents play per game, 60.3. That's 24th in the league. We have 60.7. That's 16 in the league. Offensive yards per play, 4.7. That's 25 in the league. We're a little better, much better at 5.4, at 13 in the rank. Defensive yard per play, 5.4. That's 19th in the league. We allow 6.1. That's 29th ranked in the league. Rushes, 48.26. That's 7th ranked. Rush, we had 33.12. That's 31st, almost dead to last. Passing, not bad. Percentage, 51.74, 26. Miami is 66.88. That's ranked number 2, believe it or not. Opponents are rushing, 51.32%. That's 31 in the league. We're right behind it. We're last at 52.75. And then passing, 48.68, second rank. Miami 47.25, first rank. So basically, both these teams match well together. So what has happened to Miami? Well, Miami in the NFL in defense EPA through 3 weeks at minus 40.7. The Dolphins have allowed a league high 3.60 points per drive. Miami has allowed opponents to score on a league high 68% of their possessions. The Jets have allowed opponents to score 54.5% of their drives, 31st in the league. The Dolphins have 5 passing plays of 20 or more yards, tied for second fewest in the league. The Jets have allowed most play of 20 or more yards through 3 weeks, 16. The Jets are tied 28 in turnovers, differential minus 4. The Dolphins are tied for last in turnover in differential 5. Listen, both of these teams, believe it or not, are so close to each other. So this game right here, whoever goes 0-4, once again, Miami cannot afford to go 0-4 because they'll go 0-3 in the division. They pick a win. Now they're 1-2 in the division. So it is a crucial game for both teams. Let me go to injuries. So far, Marcelino Ball, IR hamstring. Quincy William linebacker, IR shoulder. Jarvis Brown Jr., cornerback, questionable. Jay Tufili, questionable. Josh Reynolds, questionable wide receiver. Dolphins injury, Darren Waller. They say he's going to play. He's going to be ready. It says questionable on hip. You have Ifante Malafo, questionable with calf. Storm Duck still with the injury of ankle, questionable. Jason Marshall Jr., questionable with hamstring. And of course, Austin Jackson, IR with toe. Expect to return October 12th. So none of these players, and they also expect to September 29th, which, hopefully they'll be ready for Monday night. I doubt it. But anyhow, let me give some team stats. Plain and simple. Tyrod Taylor, 253 passing, 33 for 47, 3 TDs, one interception. Tua, 575-yard passing, 62 of 89, 5 TDs, 4 interceptions. Hall, running back, 38 carries, 157 yards. A-Chain, 30 carries, 147 yards. Wide receiver Wilson, 21 reception, 2 TDs, 229. Tyreek Hill, 198 on 15 catches and 1 TD. On sacks, Chubbs has 3 for the Dolphins, 2 for McDaniel. For the Jets, Sherwood linebacker with 30 tackles and Dotson with 33. These are the main leaders of the team so far. So it's going to be very interesting. Now, when it comes to the schedule for the Dolphins, look at this, guys. If they could pick up that win with New York, okay, an exception of probably the Chargers, but the Chargers are at home, okay, they can win these games. They could go either 4-1 in the last 5 games, or 3-2. Now, New York is winnable. Carolina is winnable. Chargers might be kind of close, but they're at home. Cleveland is winnable. And Atlanta is winnable. So this team could turn it around. They do have a chance to turn it around. Now, there's a lot of questions to be asked because why? Because we are expecting Tua to perform. Can't blame everything on Tua, guys, because even though he is having a tough season already, I think main thing we were talking about, give the ball to Ali, let Ali run the ball. I mean, I agreed to give it to Ali, mix it around with Ali, A-Chain, Jalen Wright. We got to do something. Protection up front. Protection. We need our offensive line to protect Tua. And I'm not saying they haven't done it. I mean, he had no sack against the Buffalo Bills, which that was shock. But of course, the Buffalo Bills was out with 2 of the biggest defensive players. But at the same time, listen, this is a game that it's a must win. And listen, unfortunately, it's a must win for both teams. That's only my concern for this team. Who's going to be better, the Jets or the Dolphins? Because if you look at the stats and numbers, for me, they look equal. Miami may have the better players, but I don't know, man. And by the way, Tyrod Taylor always have good games against the Dolphins, especially with his feet. Okay, good rushing yards against Miami. He's 5-4. He's thrown over 2,000 yards, close to 2,000 yards. A great ratio between throwing touchdowns to interception. I think it's 4-2, some of that. So, I mean, it's just put pressure. We got to put pressure. Okay, it starts up front. Will finally our front 7 show up for this game? Now, I do give him some kudos on against the Buffalo Bills, because to get Allen 3 and out a couple of times in the fourth quarter, that wasn't easy, but they did it. But once again, our offensive line struggled. Why? Because Tua throws an interception. Now, the best thing I could say this is forget about the 3-0 season. I mean, the 0-3, not 3-0, 0-3 season, and let's start from scratch. Now, are we going to do this every week? That's the hard part. This team has so much talent, so much great players, that there's something there that's not clicking, and I don't know what it is. Listen, I'm not going to go into if they lose, McDaniel gone. If they lose, Greer's gone. If they lose, something has to be done. I think the fans just want to win. Give me a win and let's start from here. I'm trying to remain positive. I believe the team is good enough to do good things on Monday night. I did say something in one of the podcasts. By the way, you got to check them out. Great Iron 305. Great guys. Listen, check their podcast. Subscribe to their podcast. It's amazing. You know, I got a feeling. This is my thought. And I said this, and it's probably a bold prediction, but my X Factor, because they were asking about X Factor, it's McDaniel sitting Tua if he struggle. McDaniel sitting Tua if he struggle and take him out of the game and put Quins. I know he's a rookie. I know what you guys are going to say. He's a rookie. He's very young. Hey, put him with the fire. He might put up the fire. Don't put me Zach Wilson. I'm not saying if you want to give him a chance, go ahead. But I would not be surprised if Tua struggled, there'll be a change at quarterback in this game. I hope not, guys, because I got Miami winning 38-31. And why did I pick up 38-31? Because that defense has allowed 30 points in every game. I'm not saying they could tighten up this game on Monday night and make it a smaller, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Remember, last year, they went to overtime, and Jonnu Smith, who had no catches, the whole entire game, shows up in the overtime, had 4 catches, and had the winning touchdown. But, of course, we don't have Jonnu Smith anymore. But, once again, I think Waddle, it's going to be a key factor. I think the running game, give it to Ali. You got to mix it up with Ali, guys. If you don't mix it up with Ali, we're not going to go anywhere. Okay? McDaniel has to mix this lineup somehow. I mean, something has to click. That's the word I was saying earlier. Something here has to click. Okay? Whatever's not working, don't fix it. Go to the next one. Because by the time you're fixing it, it's too late. We need to step on and move on. One thing is, you got to minimize mistakes. That's one thing. Listen, this team, like all the team in the NFL, they all practice the 2-minute warning. Okay? The 2-minute warning is always practice, always done when the time comes. Okay? And there is no excuses. Now, sometimes 2-minute warning is successful, and sometimes 2-minute warning is not successful. And when it's not successful, it's because either flag, penalties, dumb mistakes. Let's be honest, okay? McDaniel got to be better with time management. Tua has to be better. He's the leader in the field. Okay, leave the celebration for later. You're here to win a football game. You know, the game against Buffalo was a winnable game, believe it or not. The game against the New England Patriots, what's a winnable game? So we let 2 of the last 3 games slide by. But this one on Monday night, you can't slide by. It is a crucial game for both teams. And I'm sorry to say that. Don't fall asleep with the Jets. People think the Jets have fought with the Steelers. Okay, and they fought last week against Tampa Bay, and Tampa's a good team. So don't fall asleep. Special team. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be going on Monday night. Now, I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm a positive fan. I believe that, you know, they have a good chance to win. But with Tua, the way things are going, I mean, if Tua could just focus on football right now, Tyreek do his thing. See Waddle. Waddle's the one I'm worried about. Because what has happened to Waddle lately? That's a question I ask myself. What has happened to Waddle? I know he had a shoulder injury, but he made that catch against the Buffalo Bills for the tying touchdown to make it 21-21. There's things that listen. We could be here all night, all day talking about it. But I think execution is big when it comes to football. You have to execute against your opponents. There's no if and don'ts. Listen, I'm not saying field goals do win you games, but you got to hit the red zone. You got to score touchdowns. The good thing is, I saw Waller practice. He looks great. He looks amazing. Always happen when you come to the field for the first time. You're rusted. Let's see what happens. You know, they'll promote out there, hey, they got another weapon. Miami's always had weapons in the receiver core. Even in the tight end, the problem is that we need blocking tight ends. So we'll get more information about this as we get closer. I'll probably have another more update probably tomorrow. Not tomorrow, probably Friday. Be sure you guys check my shorts, man. I sent some great shorts out there for the Dolphins Monday night. We are wearing our black rivalry jersey. They look amazing, guys. One thing I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not too crazy when the Dolphins always wear a brand new jersey because they don't have good numbers when they wear them. Remember the orange color? Listen, not that I'm trying to jinx them. No, I'm not. But every time they put a jersey, just check the records. I won't be lying to you. You know, and maybe you say, well, maybe it's not about the jersey. It's about the team, how bad they are. But no, man. Listen, we got to support our team regardless, right? Regardless, win, lose, or draw. Yes, we're fans. We're tired, right? Trust me. If the Jets lose this one, my God, think about the Jets, how they feel. Have you seen the Jets podcast before? Wow. If we think we're so passionate, I think they're more passionate than we are. But it's just amazing, right? But listen, all I can say is this: take it one step at a time. Okay, one play at a time. Okay, focus on what you have to do on the field. Okay, we don't need no distraction. McDaniel needs to come out with a good game plan for Monday night. Listen, it is probably one of the best game. I'm going to say right now, one of the best game you might see on Monday night because you're going to have two teams battling for their first win of the season. The one that take a defeat, I think it'll be harder for them to catch up down the road if they want to make the playoff. Maybe you have to think another direction if that happens. Still early. There's 17 games, right? We played 3. We got 14 left. McDaniel has considered himself having streak, 7-game winning streak in his career. I think he done it twice as a Dolphin. So, who knows, right? What could happen? Anyhow, I want to thank everybody that subscribed to the channel. Thank you for the thumbs up. Be sure you leave your comments. And listen, you guys have a blessed night. And I'll talk to you guys soon. And once again, fins up and see you Friday night. And I'll be doing probably Saturday college football. The Hurricanes are off because they play the big game next week against Florida State. So anyhow, you guys have a blessed night. Take care. And once again, fins up.